the NFL on EA. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The 28-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry for Corey Clement. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 29, Wentz. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. This ball complete to Reagor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
8 yards on the pickup.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run on first down. Clement. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
At the 18-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The Eagles take
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Golden showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's another Eagles
Wentz.
down.
Ertz over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a toss play right to Clement. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Wentz's pass.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-0.
Eagles 10, Giants nothing.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Recovered.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Number 26, Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Gain of 9 yards.
1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Jones on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first is Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Wentz now on first down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones throwing on first down. He's got his man. This is Tate. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And 6 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Giants 3.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, Don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gano for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
What's up, man?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Clement. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
7-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On play action, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. It's Clement back to the running game. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Wentz on third down. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Good for an Eagles.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
New York.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Wentz defers to Clement.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll stay on the ground with Clement, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right, and now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd down and 3. Handoff. This is Clement, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He's calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
4-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And it's from the gun. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14.
It's a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Shakes off the sack. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Clement, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll run again with Clement. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the gun, it's Clement. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2. 1:44 to go. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He completes it to Tate. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20. And got his man, complete.
Jones pass.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Complete.
In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for Philadelphia, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back